My dad loves to come to this place here. He comes here, he sees the animals, he thinks about his life, he relaxes. When I come here, I have fun with my family. I spend time with people I love. And I learn with nature. When I sit down and observe the animals, their behavior, when I see the plants and I check their development, their growth, their production, their grains. Hello, my friend, how are you? Today, you're going to learn how to identify and describe people using verbs in the present. You're going to see how you talk about daily routines. You're going to see how you talk about everyday life. How you ask questions about basic things in English. And to start this class, how are you? Talk to me. Are you okay? Welcome back. I'm happy to see you here. To start this class, I'm gonna read this page here to you. It's saying, value your sleep. Anyway, what is it? Sleeping well. Sleeping well is sleeping without interruptions, in an environment without light, without noise, with good temperature, with enough hours to wake up rested the next day. The average sleep hours for adults is 7 hours, but the quantity varies according to each person. Do a sleep hygiene. These are habits that help you fall asleep and keep sleeping. Some of them are going to bed and waking up at the same time, exercise, and at night, pay attention to this, at night, decrease the light and stay away from this device here. This is the biggest challenge. Because at night, I know you were gonna tell me, Felipe, at night is when I'm relaxing. I'm checking my WhatsApp messages, I'm checking my social media. Yeah, but this is bad habit. We all have to deal with this bad habit. So what can we do? We can stay away from the cell phone. By the way, right now, I'm going to activate airplane mode. Now I'm 100% with you, 0 interruptions. So let's continue. Avoid stimulants as coffee, alcohol, and cigarette. Eat light food. This is hard for me. Oh my goodness. At night when I finish work, I like to eat. But we need to pay attention to these everyday habits. When we improve our habits, we improve the quality of our lives. Here, check your habits. How can you improve your sleep? After a bad night of sleep, you can have some coffee, you can have some tea, but pay attention. These substances are positive when you take them in the morning. Otherwise, they will disturb your next night of sleep. I believe that the most valuable things in life are free. I am sure that God wouldn't select the best things for people who can buy them or people who can pay for them. So, basic things you can do during the day are, in the morning, expose yourself to the light of the sun. Expose yourself to the sunlight. This is the best light of all. Another important habit. Let's talk and do, right? This is for you. This is for me. This is another important habit. Hydration. This is to you. Please drink your water after class, okay? Cheers. This is a simple habit. We have water at home. So, we must see the water around us to drink the water. So, hydrate yourself. This is another habit. Some years ago, I was reading a book, Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss. And then I read at the beginning of a chapter a quote saying, "Success is sleeping the whole night." And I read that and I was thinking to myself, how come success is sleeping the whole night? Okay, years go by and now I can understand perfectly what that woman was saying. Sleeping the whole night has been a challenge for me. I don't know why. Around 3:30, 3:45 a.m. I'm waking up and then I check the time. It's 3:45 a.m. And then I try to go back to sleep. I'm learning. I'm trying to improve my sleep by adjusting the habits of my day. All right? So, let's get started. I have already used verbs in the present, so then you can realize how you are going to use these verbs. Let's get to them. Before we start, I ask you, are you prepared? Yes or no? Of course. Oh, sorry. We have to exercise. We have to breathe. Let's do it fast. Move your body. Move your body. Release your joints. Let's do this movement here. We're going to clap our hands at the front 10 times. Let's go. Together. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right. Move your neck. I'm sweating already, no problem. This is a good sign. Now we're going to stretch. Stretch your arms up. Up, up, up. Let's count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Release your arms. Let me have some water. I'm thirsty. And now, let's breathe. We breathe in, we hold, and we breathe out. Here we go. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Twice more, please. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Once more, please. All right, now I can ask you, are you prepared? Okay, you're always prepared and you were not alone. Remember that. You were not alone. We are here to serve you. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Let's use the present to describe people, to talk about routines, to express our daily habits. Excuse me. Let's start by using the verb be, the most common verb in English. How can I describe people? The most common adjectives are: he is nice, she is friendly, they are outgoing, I am shy, you are busy, we are not tired, I am strict with my kids. Sometimes I'm lazy. These adjectives are very useful. Fun, smart, interesting, busy, tired, outgoing, friendly, shy, strict. One more. Funny. Now, let's talk about things we do every day. If I ask you, what do you do in the morning? You tell me, Felipe, in the morning I get up early, I take a shower, and I go to work. I read the news. I work. And I think about my tasks. All right, nice. I have lunch at work, or I have lunch with my family. You are talking about your routines. I go to work. I do weight training. I think about my tasks. I have breakfast at home. I make calls. After I get up, I make my bed. I read. These are common things we do every day. We have a fast class talking about it. Enjoy it. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. How are you? Basic verbs in English. Você aprende agora em 1 minuto. Listen, speak, read, write. Do you listen to music every day? Do you speak English? Just answer yes or no, okay? Do you read at night? Do you write every day? Another verb, watch. Do you watch our classes? Yes or no? Comment here. Thank you very much. I'm Felipe Dib. See you next class. Hello, my friend. 3, 4, 5 useful and very important verbs in English. Você aprende agora em 1 minuto. Do you eat breakfast at home on Sundays? Do you have coffee on Monday morning? Eat, have, and go. Do you go home late on the weekends? I like to go home early on weekdays, and I do my best to have lunch with my kids every day. Please invent one sentence using go, eat, or have, and comment here. Thank you very much. I'm Felipe Dib. See you next class. Hello, my friend. How are you? 4 useful verbs in English. Você aprende agora em 1 minuto. Like to. I like to study. I like to read. Need to. I need to prepare the next classes for you. I need to exercise every day. Want to. I want to see my kids at lunch today. I want to travel with my family. Have to. I have to do my best to offer you wonderful classes. I have to enter inside my office and do my work. Now please invent one sentence using want to, need to, have to, or forgot the verb. Comment here. Thank you very much. I'm Felipe Dib. See you next class. Yes. I want to see you speaking English. You need to study every day. I like to see you growing. I want to, I need to, I have to, I like to. If you ask me, Felipe, how can I make negative sentences. You just use don't. You study every day. Negative. You don't study every day. If you want to ask, you just add do at the beginning of the sentence. For example, you study every day. This is affirmative. Interrogative. Do you study every day? You learn fast. This is affirmative. Interrogative. Do you learn fast? To answer this question, you just tell me, yes, I do, or no, I don't. You understand me. Interrogative. Do you understand me? Comment here. I hope you understand me, but if you don't, no problem. Comment your questions. Call us here. Call us. We're here to serve you. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Let's keep talking about the present. Let's keep talking about our routines. And when we talk about present, when we talk about routines, we always use frequency adverbs. The frequency adverbs, the words we use to describe frequency. If we draw a line of frequency, 0% of frequency is never. 100% of frequency is always. So now let's walk through this line of frequency. You tell me, Felipe, I never drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol either. Then we have hardly ever. Hardly ever. I hardly ever. I hardly ever have breakfast. Normally I just drink a glass of water with lemon, propoli, and curcumine, turmeric. After hardly ever, sometimes. We sometimes make mistakes. No problem, but we need to fix them, right? After some times, you can tell me often, frequently, often. Felipe, I often study English. Then here we have usually. Usually. They usually work in the morning. Never, hardly ever, sometimes, often, usually, always. We have fast classes talking about it. Enjoy them. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. How often? Você aprende agora em 1 minuto with these beautiful orchids behind me. I'm here just because of them. Just because of these beautiful, amazing, blessed creatures. Okay, how often? How often do you see and smell one flower? How often do you read? How often do you walk? Baby, come here. Come here. How often do you talk to one princess like this? You can say once a week, twice a week, once a month, once a year. How often do you watch our classes? Comment here. Thank you very much. I'm Felipe Dib. This is Lulu. See you next class. Hello, my friend. Once and twice. Você aprende agora em 1 minuto. Once means one time. Twice means 2 times. What about other different times? You just say 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. This is very useful when people ask you, how often do you eat out? You can say, well, I eat out once a week. How often do you travel? Well, I travel once a year. How often do you meet your friends? Well, I meet my friends twice a month. I exercise once a day. I eat out with my family twice a week. And you, comment here. Thank you very much. I'm Felipe Dib. See you next class. Hello, my friend. I ask you questions and you answer using the frequency adverb, right? Never, hardly ever, sometimes, often, usually, always, okay? Questions using frequency adverbs. Você aprende agora em 1 minuto. How often do you call your parents? How often do you comb your hair? How often do you smile? How often do you spend time with people you love? How often do you share your secrets? Comment here. Thank you very much. This is Lulu. I'm Felipe Dib. This is Duda. I'm Felipe Dib. See you next class. Yes. Now, let me show you another expression that can be very useful to you. To talk about frequency, we also use the expressions once and twice. You can tell me, Felipe, I take English classes once a week. I want to do volunteer work twice a month. I see my friends once a week. Now I ask you questions using how often. We use how often to ask about frequency. My friend, how often do you give your time to people who need? How often do you tell the truth? How often do you ask for advice? Please enjoy this fast class talking about can, the verb can. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend, how are you? Can and can't. Você aprende agora em 1 minuto. This verb can will express possibilities. You can visit beautiful places in Brazil. You can enjoy amazing beaches in Bahia. I can play the guitar. You can sing very well. You can walk around your city. The negative is can't. You can't do it. You can't. You can't. Tell me what you can't do. Comment here. Thank you very much. I'm Felipe Dib. See you next class. Hello, my friend. The verb can, affirmative, negative, and interrogative. Você aprende agora em 1 minuto. I can visit my parents tonight. Negative. I can't visit my parents tonight. Interrogative. Can I visit my parents tonight? You can speak English. Negative. You can't speak English. Interrogative. You invert the position of the verb from the affirmative sentence. You can speak English. Affirmative. Interrogative. Can you speak English? They can play soccer very well. Negative. They can't play soccer very well. Interrogative. Can they play soccer very well? You can understand me. What's the negative for this sentence? Comment here. Thank you very much. I'm Felipe Dib. See you next class. Hello, my friend. Questions and answers with can. Você aprende agora em 1 minuto. I ask you, can you understand me? You tell me, yes, I can, or no, I can't. Can they speak English? Yes, they can, or no, they can't. Can he call you tonight? Yes, he can, or no, he can't. Now tell me, can you understand me? Comment your answer here. Can you tell me the best thing to do tonight? Comment here. Thank you very much. I'm Felipe Dib. See you next class. Hello, my friend. Let's keep talking about routines, people, things we do in our everyday lives. My dad loves to come to this place here. He comes here, he sees the animals, he thinks about his life, he relaxes. When I come here, I have fun with my family. I spend time with people I love. And I learn with nature. When I sit down and observe the animals, their behavior, when I see the plants and I check their development, their growth, their production, their grains, I understand more about how I can improve my life. How often do you get in touch with nature? Sometimes I come here and I ride the horse in the middle of the forest, and there is noise inside the forest. What can we learn with nature? Do you always pay attention to nature? Comment here. 3, 2, 1. Yes! We're finishing one more class. And I'm happy with your progress. Congratulations! Yes! It's so good to see you here. It's a blessing to see you growing every day, step by step. Ah, Felipe, but English is so hard. Oh, I feel sometimes, not always. Sometimes I feel that I'm not progressing. I guarantee you that you are progressing. Step by step. Okay? Come here, I'll grab a paper and write something to you. Come here, please. I'll drink some of your water, okay? Drink your water later, please. All right, during this class, we talked about routines, how we can use different verbs in the present to describe our routines, right? Another nice thing to do is to learn the basic questions in English. The most useful questions are: first, what? You can ask people, what do you do in the morning? Probably they're going to tell you, let me change this. marker. I get up early. I have breakfast. I read. I take a shower. Then we go to the next very important question, where you can ask, where do you go? The person can tell you, I go to the gym. I work. I go home. Then you are going to see this question here, who? Who's your best friend? Who's someone you can trust? And then you can continue. When? When do you relax? You can tell me on the weekends. On Saturday. On Sunday. These questions are the most useful and the most important. What? Where? Who? When? Why? I can ask you, why do you study English? You tell me, Felipe, I study English because I exercise my brain. I study English because I have more opportunities speaking English. I study English because I dream with a trip to the United States. I study English because I want to get better salaries and more opportunities. One of the biggest gains of studying English is exercising your brain. You improve your capacity to think and to process information when you learn English. And I'm gonna share with you this video. Come here, please. Check this road. This is the road that we are taking. You just have to know the way until here. Felipe, but I don't know what is behind the mountain. No problem. Let's just walk here. And then we're going to walk here. And then we're going to follow the sequence. Let me play the video to you. You know, I have the video here. The best thing to do for your brain. Let's enjoy this video together.
What advice would you give to someone who's, I don't know, in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s? Like what should we do to be the best stewards of our brains?
I'll tell you, it's so easy. It's to seek novelty. It's to seek challenge. So the key is, for most people as they get older, they, whatever, their lives shrink, they watch Jerry Springer, they do whatever they're doing. But the key is challenge yourself. So there's this study that's been going on for decades. You may know about this called the Religious Orders Study, where a whole bunch of nuns in convents volunteered to give their brains upon their death. So what happened is the researchers started examining these, the histological samples, and realized that some fraction of these nuns had Alzheimer's disease, and their brains were physically getting chewed up with the Alzheimer's, and yet nobody knew it when they were alive. They just weren't showing the cognitive deficits. Okay, so led to a big understanding that what was going on was they lived in the convents till the day they died. They had social interaction, they had chores and responsibilities, they played games, they had conversations, they were doing all kinds of stuff. And as a result, even though their brain was physically degenerating with the ravages of the disease, they were building new bridges, new roadways all the time. And as a result, they were able to essentially fight back against the degeneration of the tissue. This is the important thing, is to always seek challenges. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, is it challenges that themselves vary? So if someone finds doing a crossword challenging, but they do it every day and keep doing it, is that good, or is that actually, or playing bridge every week or something like that, or is it actually much better to mix that up and actually, no, I'm going to travel to a new place and whatever?
As soon as you get good at the crossword puzzles, you got to drop that and do something that's hard. The key is to be between the levels of frustrating but achievable. And that's where you always want to keep yourself in life. And as long as you're there, you're doing the best thing you can do for your. I mean, this is. I'm not.
If you're between frustrating and achievable, you're always frustrated and never achieving. Just to say.
It's funny because there's so much that we know in so much stuff pouring out in neuroscience labs, but this is still the key, the single piece of advice really that we have for putting off dementia.
Did you see? He's saying, do you want to improve your thinking, your brain? Seek novelty. Challenge your brain. And this is exactly what you are doing here. And I'm so happy. I'm so grateful to see you here. If you need to learn more, if you need our assistance, we are here to serve you. Just visit our platform. Thank you very much. I'm Felipe Dib. See you next class.